Welcome to today's informative analysis. We're focusing on a topic today that touches the lives of so many families, and that is pregnancy diets. Navigating exactly what to eat and, more importantly, what to avoid when you're expecting can feel incredibly daunting. You're constantly hearing advice from friends, from family, and definitely from the internet. And honestly, it's so easy to get confused or worried. But just take a deep breath because you are in the exact right place. In this explainer, we're going to look really closely at 9 specific foods you should avoid during pregnancy. We're going to separate the myths from the facts, and most importantly, we're going to highlight the safe, healthy choices you can confidently make to protect both you and your growing baby.
Okay, let's dive into this because, let's be totally honest, pregnancy cravings are incredibly powerful. Suddenly, you might find yourself desperately, absolutely needing a plate of tangy fuchka, a refreshing glass of borhani, or maybe some fresh street-side juice. And it is completely natural to want these things. But here's the catch. When you're eating outside, there's a massive hidden variable you simply cannot control, and that's the quality of the water being used.
And we really have to talk about why that lack of control matters so much. The stakes during pregnancy are incredibly high. Consuming the wrong things, whether we're talking about contaminated water or certain unsafe nutrients, can lead to severe, heartbreaking consequences. We're talking about severe risks like birth defects, the potential for miscarriage, abnormally low birth weight, and even stillbirth. Now, knowing exactly what to avoid isn't meant to scare you at all. It's a vital tool to ensure the absolute safety and health of both you and your child. To make this super easy to remember, we've structured this explainer into 6 logical categories. 1, the street food risks. 2, hidden vitamin A dangers. 3, fruits and caffeine facts. 4, raw animal product hazards. 5, trans fats to avoid. And 6, healthy pregnancy habits. All right, starting off with section 1, the street food risks. When you buy street foods like sherbet, juices, or fuchka, the biggest hazard by far is impure water. If the water isn't pure, it can carry deadly waterborne diseases like typhoid, cholera, and hepatitis E. For an expecting mother and her baby, these illnesses are absolutely dangerous. They cause severe diarrhea, vomiting, and extreme dehydration, which can literally be life-threatening. But hey, here is the good news. You don't have to give up your cravings entirely. You can absolutely enjoy these delicious treats by simply making them at home using pure, filtered, or boiled water. It's the exact same amazing flavor, just without all the risk. Moving right along to section 2, hidden vitamin A dangers. And this brilliantly illustrates the critical difference you need to know. There's this huge myth that pregnant women should avoid all vitamin A. Actually, let me clarify that. It's entirely false when it comes to vegetables. The vitamin A found in your everyday veggies is completely safe and super beneficial. However, concentrated, harmful vitamin A can cause severe birth defects, including major issues with the baby's heart, lungs, spine, or even a cleft palate. Because of this, you absolutely must avoid animal liver, unprescribed multivitamins, acne medications, and certain cosmetics like skin whitening or spot removal creams. Always run these products by your doctor first. Next up is section 3, fruits and caffeine facts. First off, let's emphatically bust a very common myth. You'll constantly hear people say you have to avoid pineapples and ripe papayas during pregnancy. Science tells us that's simply not true. Ripe papaya and pineapple are perfectly safe. The fruit you actually need to be super cautious with is raw papaya. Animal studies have indicated that raw papaya and curries made with it could potentially be harmful. So while it is based on animal research, it's really best to play it safe and just avoid raw papaya entirely. Now it is time to talk about caffeine, and it's a sneaky one. It's not just in your morning tea and coffee. It's hiding in sodas like cola, Pepsi, and Mountain Dew, and it's heavily packed into energy drinks. But what's even more surprising is that caffeine is hiding in certain medications, like the common fever medicine Napa Extra. Caffeine has been scientifically linked to lower birth weights, miscarriage, and stillbirth. So if you have a fever, stick to regular Napa or plain paracetamol instead of the extra versions. To really underscore how seriously the medical community is taking this, listen to this quote. Previously, the advice was that up to 200 milligrams of caffeine a day was fine. But based on the absolute latest research, major medical bodies like the UK's Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists are now advising pregnant women to avoid caffeine entirely. Even small amounts are now considered potentially harmful. It's a tough habit to break for sure, but it's a vital step for your baby's safety. Let's head into section 4. Raw animal product hazards. So the crucial point is, you just need to follow these simple, actionable rules to protect yourself against bacteria like listeria, which can cause premature birth or even worse. First,
When cooking eggs, boil or fry them until both the yolk and the white are completely solid. No runny yolks. Second, only ever drink pasteurized milk to avoid harmful germs. Third, all meats must be cooked until they are piping hot all the way through. Absolutely no pink left inside. And finally, if you love sushi, stick exclusively to vegetable sushi for the next 9 months.
Let's look at a few specific delicacies you need to put on pause. This means skipping half-boiled or poached eggs and dodging mayonnaise or salad dressings unless you are 100% sure they aren't made with raw eggs. You should also avoid soft cheeses like brie or camembert. And be very careful with cold cuts like salami, pepperoni, hot dogs, and sausages. The curing process just doesn't kill harmful bacteria. Unless those meats are served piping hot right off the stove, leave them off your plate. The exact same goes for raw fish dishes like sashimi and smoked salmon. Which brings us to Section 5, trans fats to avoid. Trans fats are hiding in plain sight, often in some of our most culturally beloved snacks. They are heavily present in items made with dalda or banaspati ghee. This includes bakery favorites like dry cakes, biscuits, and butter buns. It also includes those deep-fried street snacks we all crave, singara, samocha, jalebi, and puri, along with your standard packaged chips and chanachur. And here is why avoiding these trans fats matters so much. Recent research strongly suggests that consuming these fats during pregnancy actually increases your child's future risk of developing heart disease and dealing with obesity as they grow up. So skipping that deep-fried snack isn't just a temporary pregnancy diet rule. It's a massive investment in your child's lifelong health. It extends far beyond the day they are born. Finally, our last section, Category 6, healthy pregnancy habits. You have so much power to create a healthy environment for your baby. Your daily empowering choices really do make all the difference. This means completely avoiding smoking and alcohol, and making sure you stay far away from secondhand smoke too. Focus your energy on eating a wonderfully nutrient-dense diet filled with fully cooked, safe, and wholesome foods to prevent any deficiencies. And hey, if you need guidance on what exactly makes up that perfect diet, you can rely on excellent tools like the Show High Pregnancy app to help you along the way. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this number, 1.4 million. Over 14 lakh families have already downloaded and completely trusted the Shohei Pregnancy app to guide them through their pregnancy journey. That is immense social proof. You are definitely not alone in figuring this out. There's a massive community and reliable, carefully crafted technology out there to support you with detailed nutritional guidelines. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to hear from you. Have you used tools like the Shohei app? And if so, how have they helped you navigate these tricky diet rules? What healthy habits are you proudly practicing every single day for your baby's future? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Sharing your journey might be exactly what another expecting mother needs to read today. Thank you so much for joining me for this analysis, and I genuinely wish you a safe, healthy, and incredibly joyful pregnancy.